What is up, guys, and welcome back to Koi's Corner. Today we are going to talk about one of the biggest factors in my life, and hopefully one that can become one of the biggest factors in yours, Buddhism. Now, I've already done a couple of videos on Buddhism. You can find 1, 2, and 3 right here. But there is more than just what it is. We don't do a lot of things or follow a lot of things because of what they are. We take part in things because of what they can bring to the table, what they can do for us and for this world. And that's really what today is about, is understanding the benefits of Buddhism and how we can use these Buddhist philosophies to live our life in a better way, and what exactly about them are so important and so necessary for us. So with that being said, let's get into it. Now, I've kind of narrowed this down to about 10 major points of Buddhism and what it really does, and we can start with mindfulness. Mindfulness is easily the biggest benefit from Buddhism because it allows us to bring ourselves back to the moment in every moment. Because once you truly get into the Buddhist philosophies, what they hold, these practices, the understanding of the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, practicing it in general makes you more mindful. And mindfulness is key to enjoying life, especially on a daily basis. It keeps us from getting upset about too many things, from stressing over things we cannot handle, from overexciting ourselves about a situation we perceive might happen, and instead gives us the option to analyze these kind of emotions and our states of thinking and why we think certain ways from a third-party perspective, therefore letting us know more about ourselves than we did before. Because that's just what mindfulness is, a third-party perspective from our own mind on how we feel and why we feel that way. It's something that allows you to be content and comfortable in your own skin at all times, because you know where your mind resides. Next is the simplicity of life, or how much simpler life gets as you start following Buddhism and its ways of thinking, because it teaches us to stray away from this material path, this path of trying to prove things to others, to acquire material goods and keep them in our lives, and instead guides us more along a path of self-reflection, of self-understanding, of awareness of the moment. It throws these all out the window and says it doesn't matter what you have or what other people think of you. All that matters is what you think of your position in this universe, and becoming joyous in it, realizing the suffering that exists, and knowing that you detaching from that will lead you to a happier, more outgoing, more introspective life than ever before. And even if you are living a material lifestyle, once you get into these Buddhist philosophies and you kind of realize them or recognize their potency and how effective they can be, you don't really want to be part of that materialist lifestyle anyways. Next up, there are the benefits of meditation. This is pretty simple. Meditation, I did another video on as well. But these benefits are not only spiritual in nature, where we reside inside, our understanding of space and time in this moment, our placement within it, but also the scientific facts as well. They relieve stress. They work to reduce causes of cancer, of diabetes, of strokes. Meditation affects and improves all of this. It literally makes you healthier in everyday life, and meditation is key to a Buddhist lifestyle. You can see this all over the internet. Simply search the effects of meditation, read about them, and it almost blows your mind with what this practice can do to you. And even though meditation is its own thing, it is a core aspect of a real true Buddhist life, is to meditate every single day. Even when you don't meditate every day, you kind of feel the effects of not doing so. So when you can actually bring it into your life as an everyday thing, it really does change the way you feel and act throughout your entire life. Next up is the lack of gods and beliefs. This is a big bonus for a lot of secular people, including myself, who was an atheist before I kind of discovered these Buddhist philosophies. There are so many what ifs and maybes and probablys and uncertainties when it comes to religions in general. And the only reason Buddhism is really called a religion is because of how widespread and massive it is. But at its core, it is a philosophy, and because of that, it doesn't have religious aspects. There are no gods in Buddhism. There is no belief of the afterlife in Buddhism. It simply states the truth of what science shows now, that there is a cycle of life in depth on this planet and in the universe in general, and that we are part of that cycle in this moment, that we have came into it and will pass out of it. There is no holy land, there is no focus on the future or the past, because it is the now that matters, and that is what we are in, and that is what we can find true happiness in when we can realize that. And this isn't just good for the secular mind, it is good for the religious mind as well, because it gets you to question these things and open your mind up to new perspectives that don't always involve your specific God. Another thing is your understanding of your sense of responsibility here on this planet. You become more ingrained with this respective knowledge, to help others, to help animals, to help humans, to help other people see the light and just understand these things. This is kind of ingrained within Buddhist philosophy that we need to spread this and teach this and let others know that this peaceful mind state, this peaceful nature can be reached if you truly take these philosophies into account. It's great because it doesn't force it. It doesn't tell you to go out there and preach things or to explain things without people asking. It's simply a mind state of if you have the ability to explain these things to others and they are willing to listen, do their own research, etc., then take the time to do so. And this applies to all facets of a Buddhist lifestyle. When it comes to right speech, right action, right livelihood, living in a harmless manner, eating in a harmless manner, treating others with a harmless manner, it is all about promoting this peace. And when they ask, you have a very decent ability to teach them. And finally, the biggest factor I would say is a kind of trio. It is your understanding of one with everything, which leads into your understanding of where you reside and what your purpose is within the universe, which leads to a more joyous mental state automatically. So what does this mean? Essentially that Buddhism shows that we are part of an eternal ongoing process, and that to ask what happened before or after is absolutely pointless. It is ridiculous. There's no purpose in doing so because it is not conductive to this moment. All we know is that we are here, and because of this, our only real reason to be here is dictated by ourselves, is our ability to do what we want. And this is where the Eightfold Path and the Four Noble Truths come in and say that the best way to live now that we know we are here and simply here is to follow them and to come to understand suffering and detach from it, and therefore be enlightened in a state of nirvana and a state of bliss for all our days. Basically, it's saying, look, we don't know how we got here, but we're here, and here is what many agree to be the best method for living life in this state as a human being right now on the planet. So now you basically have all the answers to true inner peace and to helping others and this planet in general. It even says once you reach enlightenment to come back and teach it to others. To not do so is to be a stone Buddha, a kind of shunned person who reaches enlightenment and does not come back to help others. It is kind of your duty once you fully understand this path to spread this awareness. So to me at least, this kind of evokes an automatic blissful state for the rest of your life. It's kind of hard to be upset when you know you are here, have a effective path to follow that leads you to unending happiness, and that you can now share with others once you fully understand it. It's like a cheat code. It's all kind of figured out. No worries about what we can't answer, only focusing on ending stress, ending suffering, and being joyous in all moments. I love Buddhism. It doesn't really force anything. There are no dogmatic principles about it on a purely philosophical level, and that is what's so unique about it and why there's not really anything out there like it. It is a one-of-a-kind thing that really does have the ability to change your life and to get you out of these negative mind states for the rest of your life. And that is the key to Buddhism in my mind. So those are the benefits of Buddhism that I personally have found through following Buddhist philosophies and practicing them for the last couple of years. If you have any questions, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I would love to answer them, love to give you more videos on these topics as well. And as always, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. You can see me right now currently working on some stuff. If you'd like to donate, please click this link right here. It would mean the world to me. It'll help me pay bills, basically, get stuff out of the way so I can put the most time I can into this stuff. I mean, look how hard I'm working right here. Just trying to get these scripts done so I can show you guys all this cool information. Thank you guys very much. Hope you can help. Have a good day.